my first Shaddoll invoked Dragma deck. So if you guys watched on stream this past weekend, Sellout Pro came through. I was talking about, I was like, alright guys, like, give me some incentive to want to build this deck. We built the deck, and I'm in love with this deck. A lot more than I actually should be. So I'm not gonna show my list as I'm making this video, but I do want to have a discussion about what you can expect out of this archetype. And I was wrong, by the way. This deck, Dragma, is a lot of fun. Let's dig on into this, shall we? Sometimes you're wrong about an archetype. Now, we don't know if this is going to be absolute tier 1 or if it's going to be like 1.5. So, like I said, over this weekend, we messed around with Dragma, Shaddoll, Invoked. And I can't even... Can we even call it a Shaddoll deck? Because we only play one Shaddoll card in the main deck, which is Shaddoll Rook. So, by the way, Rook is amazing. Like, why did they make that card? So, what's the general premise of the deck? So, Dragma are these cool cards that basically interact with your extra deck. Elder Entity Ints comes to mind as one of the best cards that you can use out of your extra deck. Well, they also gave them the Ashen Dragon, and the Ashen Dragon has the ability to, when it's in your graveyard, because it was sent there this turn, you can recruit for a Dragma card. Now, when you search for your Dragma monster, you can either special summon it or add it to your hand. So basically, you can tutor for the Rhoda, which is amazing, and then you can special the Rhoda and then trigger the search. It's really good on the opponent's turn. So we got Divine Poofling as divine, or what is it, Dragma Punishment for this deck. So the deck has the basics. Alright, so we have a Stratos on a 15/15 body. That if your opponent controls, actually, if there's a monster on the field that's special summoned from the extra deck, you can special summon her. Then you can tutor. Oh, that's on normal or special, by the way. So you can actually save your search for your Alistair. So you start off normal Alistair, do full combo, Almirage into Secure Boy, and then you go ahead and you're like, alright, cool, Invocation into the cool Makaba. Now at this point, pretty much all the good cards in this deck say that you can't use your extra deck after this effect resolves. Bad news is if you have to use one of them to set up from your to set up your play, you're going to be in a bad position because then your extra deck is locked. Now, typically when Makaba's got set up, our spell card lets us send something from the extra deck to the graveyard to recruit. So if we actually open that, we can search for our Stratos. Okay, so at this point, now that we've got Makaba, you drop the Shaddoll Apokalane or Apokaloon, however you pronounce it, the new fish. You drop it into the graveyard. So once you resolve your search for adding your Stratos to your hand, you trigger the Apokalone, which searches for Shaddoll Rook. Now, Shaddoll Rook is during the main phase. You can literally fusion summon from your hand, or excuse me, from your field or graveyard by banishing them. So, since you've dropped your Shaddoll out of the extra deck, you don't have to play Shaddolls in the main deck anymore. Wow! I think it is mind-boggling to me that this is the coolest thing that you can do with this deck. So, you basically end on Makaba, your Stratos searching for your... Oh, we're not there yet. Back up here. Okay, so at this point we've got a Makaba, we've got our Stratos in our hand, we've got our Shaddoll Fusion card, which is the trap. So we actually search, or we summon the Stratos, we search for the new trap card, which is the Dragma Punishment, which send a card from your extra deck to the graveyard with an attack equal to or more than the attack on a monster on the opponent's field, and then, hey, you're locked out of your extra deck till the next turn. That's fine. So basically we're ending on the ability to summon a Winda during the opponent's turn. Yay, Floodgates! Yay! The ability to negate with a Makaba, and Dragma Punishment, or Divine Poofling as I like to call it, to kill one of their cards, and then usually we send Elder Entity Ints off of it to destroy another card. Woo! Oh, that's also not to say that we don't have a Magical Meltdown face up on the field. We didn't open up Solemn Judgments, Strikes, Imperms, Effect Veilers, or Ash Blossoms. Did you follow all that? Probably not. But but these are the ramblings of a blue shirt man. So, also, to follow it on up here, it gets even better at this point. So, what you're telling me here is we can go beyond this. So they also have this card that says you can banish a card that was summoned from the extra deck. What is it? A fusion, synchro, Xyz, or link monster from your graveyard to special summon it. You're probably like, oh, well that's not that bad. Well, once you summon it, it's a 15 3000 body. That also includes the ability of you can send 2 cards from your extra deck to the graveyard. You can't use your extra deck after the effect resolves. Who needs an extra deck? So after that ability resolves, we can actually just bury our opponent even further down the rabbit hole, because we can send Ints, or we can send the Apple Cologne to search for the Shaddoll Rook, or we can send the Ints for the pop, or we can drop the Arshan Dragon to search. This is wonderful, indeed. So, what have I got out of this? Alright. So, we lost to Madolche playing this deck, and it doesn't surprise me that we lost to Madolche. Quite honestly, I think that the boards that Madolche can make are very, very problematic. And what am I supposed to do when my opponent's got the negate up there? I need the Alistair to resolve so I can make the Purgatrio to run through the field. What am I supposed to do? Nothing. Alright, like, we make one good relevant fusion monster, which, okay, it's cool. Now, I was initially wrong about Dragma. When I looked through this archetype, when we looked at the guy that you have to use with the Arshan Dragon, initially I was like, this isn't that good. And the way it looks right now, the Auster, the Dark Monster for the archetype, I don't think that card, as it stands right now, is that good. But the ability to dump from the extra deck, the Stratos, and then they've got the Fatty. Oh, I can't forget the Fatty. So their big 2500 body that says if you control, or if there is a monster on the field that was summoned from the extra deck, you can special summon this card from your hand. And if you special summon with this card, while there is a Dragma, while you control another Dragma, basically, you get the ability to negate something on the field, a monster. Alright? Why did you have to? Why'd you have to give this deck an in-house special summon into a negate? Also, that's just icing on the cake. When one of your Dragma cards swings once per turn, you can have all of your Dragma monsters gain 500 attack. You're probably like, oh, that's bad. Nobody cares about that. It's permanent. Alright? Let that sink in. Alright? You get a permanent global 500 across the field. Oh, by the way, they stack. So, you do it one turn, you do it again the next turn. So free. Oh my god. I love it. It is so good. Yes, I was wrong. No, I have zero regrets about being wrong, because one, it proves that the old noggin is still learning, and we all strive to get better at this game by learning. So I love being wrong. Actually, it's a very good thing. I look forward to. I found a new baby to keep testing. So as long as things keep going here, you'll probably see me back on Sundays for a little while. Continuing to mess around with Shaddoll Invoked for the time being, along with Evil Swarm, and along with some other stuff. Man, today I was going to put Dragon Maid up so that I could have people go, ugh, your deck is so bad, you're playing Extrav. Like, I got commented, somebody was like, oh, you made me barf. The list is so bad. Of course, it's playtesting. What do you want? Alright, like, I myself cannot build fantastic tier 1 amazing Decarino. Like, we can only... I want to play control. I can't help it. If I can't play Solemn Judgments in my deck, I don't feel like a man. Back row. Right? Being able to just flip over that solid negate. By the way, shout out to Called by the Grave. I still hate you as a card. I think you're one of the worst cards in the game. But you really came in clutch today, so I gotta give a shout out to you. Normally, you're one of the worst cards that I ever have to play with, but it really was good. So what do you guys think? Please, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. And well, guys, I'm out. Peace. Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out VanCole40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by MCole40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out MColeGames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.